the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about our performance in Olympics, how exactly we did. Unfortunately, we could not cross a single digit. It's all about that. And obviously, an editorial that deals with the performance of a particular country in something like the Olympics has to touch aspects like how many medals we got, how many medals we got last time, and the most important, how many gold medals we got, and also what are the reasons behind for not crossing the single digit, what were the expectations in future, what exactly we have to do to get more medals. This is a broad framework. Let us start with the question, what is the enrichment? As usual, you improve your comprehension. A familiar topic, you all must have watched Olympics, the Olympics. Before any sporting event, we have to use a definite article the. And you know what exactly happened. That way, easy to comprehend. You improve your vocabulary. Some important words are there: grammar consolidation, effective English. Let us start with editorial vocabulary. The very first word, exuberant. We have already got this word. Exuberant is a positive word. Part of speech, adjective. Full of energy, excitement, and cheerfulness. But the word cheerful has another meaning. He is a cheerful person. Cheerful means always smiling. It's a gift for some people. Some people are always smiling, happy. So a cheerful person. And one should try to be cheerful, no, though not that easy. Look at the example. The crowd was exuberant after the team's unexpected victory. They did not expect the victory of their team. After the unexpected victory, the crowd was exuberant, excited, jovial, happy, excited. Synonyms: lively, enthusiastic, ebullient, important word, spirited, depressed, subdued, important word, gloomy. Here we cannot use that word. But based on the word gloomy, I would like to give a few words. Gloomy means what? Sad. A simple word. Better word, melancholy. Melancholy also means related to sadness. Yes, busy life. You're right. Very sad, depressed, melancholy. And there's one important idiom in the blues. The color blue goes with sadness. In the blues means in low spirits, very sad, melancholic. And Monday morning, people enjoy over the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning they don't feel like going to the office. What is that called? You're right, busy life. That is called Monday blues. He has Monday blues. She has Monday blues. So all these you have to know. Depressed, subdued, an important word. Restrain, refrain. You have to recollect the preposition. Restrain, refrain, keep away from. They take the preposition from. Refrain from bad habit. Restrain yourself from bad habit. Thank you very much, Sandeep. Glad to know that. And here, some people indulge in certain things. Some people refrain from doing those things. Indulge means to get into a particular activity. Some people they try to indulge in worldly pleasures. They want to enjoy a lot. And there are some people who believe life is only for pleasures, sensual pleasures. There are two important words you have to know. One is hedonist. That person is called hedonist. Another word you have to know, Epicurean. Hedonist or Epicurean. Ah, very good. You're responding so well, busy life. I appreciate that. Keep doing good. And Epicurean hedonist, a person who believes life is to enjoy only for worldly pleasures. Other words are rather easy. Belie. Something belied us means did not go according to our expectations. What we expected did not happen. Something contradictory happened. An important word, part of speech verb. To give a false impression of something or to contradict. Here we expected double digit in the Olympics, but our expectations were belied, means something else happened, contradictory happened. Look at the example. His calm demeanor, an important word, means the way you carry yourself, your mood, your behavior, demeanor, belied the intense pressure he was under. Some people, they may have a lot of pressure, but they look very cool and calm. That is belying the pressure inside. We can't expect also. Perhaps they were under tremendous pressure, but they look so cool, normal. Then we use this. A very good example. His calm demeanor belied the intense pressure he was under, means did not reveal that pressure he was holding inside. Contradict, misrepresent, disguise. Better word here, these two words. What he looks, how he looks, what he feels inside, they're not the same. In a way, misrepresentation and also in a way, disguise. Based on the word disguise, you have to know one particular expression. Blessing in disguise. The typical meaning of the word disguise means hide your identity. A wonderful, busy life. Today, before I could write and turn, I see whatever I write over there, I see over here. That's wonderful. Same wavelength, outstanding. Sometimes what happens, blessing in disguise. Disguise means not revealing your true identity, hiding or concealing your identity, hiding or concealing your identity. Disguise, typical meaning. But what is this blessing in disguise? It is a proverb, adage. What does it mean? Imagine someone wanted to become a doctor, he could not get the admission, and it was negative. But later he entered some other field, he made a mark over there, he became highly successful. Then we say, not getting admission into the medical field was a blessing in disguise. Though it was negative, in the long run, it proved positive. Then we say blessing in disguise. An important expression you have to know. Antonyms reveal, affirm, confirm, verify. Simple words. Threshold, an important word. Ah, yes. Happiness in sad situations, Sandeep. Good, I appreciate. Here, threshold means a point where beyond the point something changes. The ultimate point. The level or point at which something begins or changes. Look at the example. He reached the threshold of pain tolerance and had to stop the treatment. Pain tolerance is a limit. He reached that limit, then had to stop the treatment. Brink, verge, starting point, limit. Starting point, limit, simple words. Brink, on the brink of, on the verge of. These phrases you have to know. On the edge of, very important. End, completion, conclusion, simple words. Errant. Errant looks like a noun, but do remember it's an adjective. Means deviation from normal behavior. Straying from the proper course or standards, behaving wrongly. There's one important word here, straying from. Stray usually we use as an adjective. And what is a typical combination? I'm sure you all know. Stray dogs. We use many a time they have given in bank exams, letter writing, essay, write about exactly. Write about stray dogs, the menace of stray dogs. Menace means the problem. Stray dogs or street dogs, they don't belong to anyone. And sometimes we use this with children also. Stray children, they don't belong to anyone. In a way, they are orphans. And they're also known as an important expression, street urchins. Have you heard of this any time? Street urchins. Street urchin is a marine animal, invertebrate animal, sea urchin. Here it is street urchins. Means that children, sometimes you see at the crossroads, children begging. Ah, not a regular word. They are known as stray children, but generally we use the word stray with the dogs, stray dogs. You can also use with children. And stray children, the children who beg in the streets at the crossroads, known as street urchins. That's an important thing you have to know. Looks like buffering. Wait for a few seconds. The errant student was disciplined for his continuous misbehavior. Errant student. Student is a noun. Errant student. Here it is an adjective. Means some sort of deviation from regular normal behavior. He had to be disciplined. That's what we do. Misbehaving, wayward, delinquent, unruly. But these are simple words. You have to remember these two, especially the next one, this one. Why is it important? They have given in bank exams many a time passage. What is this passage about? Juvenile delinquency. Have you heard of this any time? Juvenile delinquency they have given as a passage a few times in bank exams. Juvenile means young people, adolescents, teenagers. Delinquency means crime. So juvenile delinquency means crime committed by youngsters, crime committed by children. This is a problem in Western countries. Fortunately, we don't have that problem. We are very lucky that way. Stray incidents, they do happen. Stray incidents mean they're scattered, sporadic, not a regular phenomenon. And wayward also you have to remember. What are the antonyms? Well behaved, obedient, conforming, compliant. We have got the word comply, comply with, compliance, following the rules and regulations. And you got to be careful with this word as well. CONFIRM, confirm, confirm the news that has a different meaning, and conform to the rules and regulations, a different meaning altogether. Nepotism, an important word, they have given many a time under synonyms, antonyms. And nepotism means what? Someone is in power, a minister or an officer, and he favors his relatives and friends. That act of favoring relatives and friends is known as nepotism. Bias, Murli is a simple word. Sandeep also, favoritism. Simple words, they come under synonyms. But we have to use the word nepotism to convey the idea that someone is favoring his relatives or friends. Bias, prejudice, favoritism, general terms. But nepotism specifically goes with favoring one's relatives and friends. The practice of favoring relatives or friends, especially relatives, especially in job appointment while giving the job. Look at the example, you understand. The company was criticized for the nepotism after the CEO hired his cousin for a key position. The CEO hired his relative for a key position that is nothing but nepotism. So the company was criticized. Whatever you have written, they come here. Synonyms, favoritism, bias, but this is an important word. Cronyism, partiality. These are simple general words. Nepotism specific. Impartiality, fairness, meritocracy. Again, simple words. But someone is not biased, not into nepotism, follows the rules and regulations, has values and ethics, then what is a word or expression? We say he is a man of integrity. And also, there's one more idiom, he is above board. Imagine someone has values, ethics, honest, someone is honest at the workplace, then we say he's a man of integrity. You all know the word integrity. We talk about national integration. That integrity is different. That is like unity. But here it means having values and ethics. And we say he is above board, means sincere. Yes. And let us go to the next word. On the trot, an important idiom. On the trot means consecutively, successively, continuously. Someone gets the medals every Olympics, last time, this time. Then on the trot. In succession or consecutively. Example, they won 3 matches on the trot which boosted their confidence, obviously. 3 matches on the trot means 3 matches continuously. That improves their confidence. Tell me what is the opposite of confident? What is the word? Confident, what is the opposite? Confident person. Opposite is diffident person. Confidence, opposite, diffidence. Very good. But spelling should be diffident, Diffident, diffident. Here, antonyms sporadically, intermittently, irregularly. Usually these go with rains, sporadic rains, intermittent rains. We can use here also. That should not be a problem. Incendiary. We have got this word for the first time. When I bring so many words, do remember some words are easy, some words are familiar. A few words we do come across, a few words are new and important. You have to spend some time after the session, only then you'll be able to remember. What is that word? Incendiary, part of speech adjective. Designed to cause fires. It has two different meanings. One meaning goes with fire, the other one goes with provocation. Look at the second one, tending to stir up conflict. Example: the politician's incendiary remarks caused widespread outrage, means anger. That means, no, you cannot say that, Ayesha. You cannot say not confident. There's a specific word. Confident. He is a confident person. You can also say he is not confident. You cannot say unconfident. You can say he is not a confident person. But better English, when there is a word, you have to use that word. Simply confident, not confident, simple. But confident, what is exactly opposite? Coward is different. Brave opposite coward. They are different. Confident opposite diffident. Inflammatory speech, provocative speech, seditious speech, combustible. Combustible goes with fire. These words go with the second meaning, to stir up the passions, emotions, and make a provocative speech. Calming, soothing, pacifying, tranquil. We have got these words so many times. Those are the words from today's editorial. And today's editorial, a brief, not a lengthy one, a short editorial, and a familiar one. You all can relate to this editorial. All about our performance in the Olympics. Last time, Tokyo, we got 7 medals. This time, we got six, one less. And last time, we got one gold. This time, we haven't got gold. And what is the reason behind the single digit? And the performance is not up to the expectations. It belied our expectations. So, editorial ponders, goes deep and provides us analysis and also what has to be done to make sure next time the number crosses the single digit. How does it start? Single digits. When we talk about bank exams or SSC, the cutoffs, we use this expression single digit. English, single digit. Current affairs, cutoff single digit. Means between 1 and 9, single digit. Not easy for some people. Here, medals also, and unfortunately, our position, I think the Olympics, a great opportunity for a particular individual or a particular country to showcase a talent because in the Olympics we get a medal. That means we are the best in that particular field. There is no other platform where you can prove your mettle or your caliber. It could be physical and based on certain other skills. Unfortunately, the position, this one on India at the Olympics. What is the main idea of this editorial? India needs something. India needs what? Broaden its sport base for success in Olympics. When you read, you understand. We have been depending on a few players, a few sports, a few fields. And based on that, editorial takes a stand and says India should not depend on a few players, a few sports. It has to broaden the base so that other fields Indians participate, chances become more to get the medals. This is the main idea. Broaden the base. How does it start? India's return of 6 medals from the just concluded Paris Olympics can be termed. We can term something active voice, something can be termed passive voice with the helping verb can. It talks about the recently concluded Paris Olympics and our performance. India's return of 6 medals from the just concluded Paris Olympics can be termed underwhelming at best. Already we have got the word, yes, Kavya, you're right, overwhelming. When I ask questions, you respond immediately. A lot of students respond. Then I say the response has been overwhelming, more beyond the expectation. What is opposite? Underwhelming. 71st position, getting 6 medals. So many sports people went. That is definitely underwhelming. That is the word at best to describe. The nation secured 1 silver and 5 bronze medals, down from 7 at Tokyo 2020. That included a gold and 2 silvers. That means it has come down. Tokyo Olympics, we got 1 gold and we got 2 silvers, and total number we got 7 medals. But this time we haven't got a gold medal. We got only 1 silver and we got only 6 medals. Below expectations. You're right, Manasa. At a time when the country is looking to diversify its sporting excellence, has found exuberant support from an important expression at a time when means a particular time when the country is looking to diversify its sporting excellence. The country is looking to diversify. The government wants to diversify. The time is that. And based on that, the government has come forward, the corporate houses have come forward to sponsor the sports players, has found exuberant support, a lot of with a lot of passion, interest, enthusiasm, exuberant support from two sources. One, the government and big corporate. Both came forward to keeping in mind the diversification aspect, supporting the sports people. You may wonder, sir, why should they support? In any field, if you take a particular sport field, you take something like tennis or certain shooting, very expensive. You need the equipment, which is expensive. You need a coach, again expensive. You need proper infrastructure that has to be created. For that, we have to pump in a lot of money. And to pump in a lot of money, we need the government's contribution. Besides the government, we need the corporate houses sponsoring the players. That is also very important. And they came forward. Unfortunately, the sports person they could not live up to the expectations and was aiming for a double-digit medal yield. Yield means what? Produce. We all expected double digit because there was so much support, exuberant support from the government and also exuberant support from the corporate houses. Yield has two meanings. One meaning produce, it goes with agriculture. In this context, also produce means the number of medals. Yield, another meaning to surrender. For that, there's one important phrasal verb. What is it? Give in. Unfortunately, did not happen. The Olympic fortnight means 2 weeks, belied expectations, means they did not live up to the expectations. Contradictory result we got. They were indeed new heroes, but whatever happened. We found new heroes. Who are they? They were indeed new heroes. Shooters Manu, Sarvajit Singh, and Swapnil Kusel and wrestler Aman Sherawat are now household names. This is an important expression you have to remember. Yes, Murli, to surrender, yield. Mahesh also. Very good. Today, everyone knows Manu. What is the reason? She got 2 medals and other players also. Household names. That's an important expression you have to know. Everyone knows. The men's hockey team finishing on the podium, the stage where the player goes and stands and receives a medal, the podium. It also goes with speakers, public speakers. Rostrum, podium, stage, all related words. The men's hockey team finishing on the podium for a second straight time, and Neeraj Chopra adding a silver. Last time also hockey got a medal. This time also we got a medal. And Neeraj Chopra adding a silver to his historic javelin gold from Tokyo. You all know Neeraj Chopra got gold medal in Tokyo Olympics, but this time he could not get the gold. Pakistani player got the gold, and Neeraj got the silver. From Tokyo are top-notch efforts, top-notch performance, top-notch and important expression means the best. Nadeem, yes, he got the gold. Pakistani sports person. But here the main idea is being reiterated. What is the main idea? The editorial says we should not depend on a few sports persons. We have to diversify. But the dependence on a few select few, the dependence on a select few to repeatedly deliver the near zero presence in disciplines such as swimming and gymnastics, and wrestler Vinesh Phogat being disqualified for being above the weight threshold cast a dark shadow. Three dimensions have been touched. What are the three dimensions? First one, depending on a select few repeatedly deliver. We bank on, rely on, depend on a few persons, sports persons, and we expect them to deliver every time. That is not a good approach. Second thing, the near zero presence in disciplines such as swimming and gymnastics. No presence in swimming, no presence in gymnastics. The second problem. Third problem, unfortunate incident cast a shadow, means brought bad reputation. What is that? Wrestler Vinesh Phogat being disqualified for being above the weight threshold limit cast a dark shadow, and she missed it 100 grams. That is very narrow. Otherwise, she could have got either gold or silver because she won the level after that finals, semi-finals. She won. She was to get the silver or the gold. Unfortunate. The need of the hour. This is the main idea being reiterated. This is background information. The need of the hour is thus to broaden the base, as I said. It's all about the stand taken by the editorial to say that we should not focus or depend on a few players. We should not focus on a few areas. We have to broaden the base. The need of the hour is thus to broaden the base, increase participation, and distribute funding more equitably to usher in, to make something happen, a grassroots revolution. Usually, if you take the infrastructure and the training happens in cities and towns, grassroots level means village level. We should distribute, and the training should be imparted to those at the village level. There also we find talent. It talks about that. The onus means what? Responsibility. The onus is also on the Union Sports Ministry to bring errant federations. Some federations, they are not following the rules and regulations. They are favoring nepotism and other things, corruption, and have to take action. They have to be made accountable. The sentence talks about that. The onus is also on the Union Sports Ministry to bring errant federations, often dens of, means the seats of nepotism and corruption, in line with the National Sports Code, fix accountability and decentralized governance. They should be accountable. Ah, that's right. Owners means responsibility. And these errant federations they have to take action. They should be made accountable. As much as the Olympics is about winning and the shaping of national identity, it is also the greatest stage on earth to showcase the triumph of human will. Why the Olympics so important? As I said, all the countries participate. You get a medal. You are the best among the best, you can say. It is a great opportunity. But the editorial descendant says it is not only about winning a medal, it is not only about taking the name of the country to a different level altogether in the field of sports, but it also talks about human will. This part is very interesting, mind blowing, in fact. As much as the Olympics is about winning and the shaping of national identities, it is also the greatest stage on earth to showcase. Showcase means a display. The triumph means a victory of human will. To substantiate that statement, this was best exemplified. We got this word yesterday also, I suppose. Exemplify means to be a role model, to be a perfect example for others to follow. Exemplified by the Netherlands, you have to become alert. Before names of countries are proper nouns. Before proper nouns, we should not use any article. But English has rules, English has exceptions. Before names of some countries, we have to use a definite article. The. What are the countries? The Netherlands, the Philippines, the Irish Republic, the USA, the UK, the UAE. But three are very important: the Philippines, the Netherlands, the Irish Republic. That you have to recollect. Stephen Hassan, the first since Emil Zatopek in 1952 to collect medals in 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters, and marathon. Next, Kenya's the Faith Kipyegon, the first woman to win three consecutive 1,500-meter titles. Three consecutive titles, that is not easy. Cuba's Mizaine Lopez, who won a fifth individual gold on the trot, means she has been winning the gold on the trot continuously. Fifth one, that is amazing. In the 130 kg Greco Roman wrestling, and I consider this is the best example to show the human will, the triumph of human will. If you may ask, sir, why? Tennis is based on power, stamina, and usually the best players, the tennis players, they excel between early 20s and late 20s. Once they cross 30, it is not easy to play at the international level and in tournaments like the US Open, the Wimbledon, all these. But Novak Djokovic, look at his age, 37, and with a surgically repaired knee, adding fuel to the fire. One is his age factor, 37, the other one, an injured knee, surgically repaired knee. Won the elusive. Elusive means what? Difficult to get. Singles gold in tennis. This is the greatest triumph, in my opinion. Amazing, and it is buffering. Please wait for a few seconds. Now it is okay, I suppose. There's no issue as such. Only a few seconds, you don't have to worry. Won the elusive singles gold in tennis, and Algerian boxer Iman Khalif, who braved incendiary attacks. About his gender, you all know that. About his gender, so much of controversy, but that person won the gold on her gender to rise to the top. All these are examples where it shows it is the willpower. Where there is a will, there is a way. There is a saying in English. I think it is buffering again. Sweden's Armand Duplantis broke the men's pole for an astonishing, not an easy thing. It's an uphill task, but he could do that. Swedish sportsperson. Sweden's Armand Duplantis broke the men's pole vault record for an astonishing, highly surprising ninth time, 6.25 meters, while swimmer KT. Now it is okay, I suppose. Katie Ledecky, gymnast Simone Biles, and hurdler Sydney McLaughlin Levron achieved transcendence. Transcendence means moving from one level to another level, a different level altogether, by stretching their numbers to 9, 7, and 4 Olympic golds. All these are individual. Imagine to get one gold, it is like lifetime achievement. Getting 9 gold medals, 7 gold medals, and 4 Olympic golds, something beyond one's imagination. Not in the wildest dreams also going to happen, but they have made it respectively. And it talks about the host country. Who hosted France? They have done extremely well. In 100 years, the best performance. France did well as a host, winning 16 golds, It's the best figures in a century. If you take 100 years, the performance of France, this time the best. They got 16 gold medals. The star was 22-year-old swimmer Leon Marchand, who bagged 4 golds to position himself as the best of this generation. Swimming 4 golds and the best, extraordinary, that is the right word. We have to think of new words. Best of this generation. Athletics. In the post Usain Bolt era, you all know Bolt, the fastest man on the planet Earth. That is the title he has. He is retired. After his retirement, post Bolt era, we haven't found a similar person. It ends on that note. Athletics in the post Usain Bolt era was on the lookout for, search for one such champion. But as Paris proved, that is a tough act to follow. It is not easy to break Usain Bolt's records. Not at all easy. We haven't found so far. We have to wait with the fingers crossed. That's all about today's editorial. Let us go to questions based on your listening skill and comprehension skill. Please read the first one. Which athlete from India added a silver medal to his historic javelin gold from Tokyo 2020? All these questions are rather easy based on explicit information, and if you listen, you can answer. If not, you have to navigate, locate, then you can answer. So, who is that? Neeraj Chopra. Last time he got gold, this time he has got silver. Which Indian wrestler was disqualified for being above the weight threshold, weight limit, at the Paris Olympics? It is Vinesh Phogat. This is also an easy one to answer. Which of the following is not a recommendation made for improving India's performance in future Olympics? The editorial has recommended a few things. The question says which one is not one of the recommendations. Questions like this one, you got to be careful. Usually, I tell students these are known as traps. To answer questions based on true false, you have to think twice whether to attempt or not to attempt. If you are really good at English, if you have time, you attempt. Otherwise, better to skip. Editorial says the broadening the base of sports. Editorial says that recommendation. Increasing participation and equitable distribution of funding. Editorial has said that. Decentralizing governance and fixing accountability in sports federations. Yes, recommended. So, what is not recommended? Relying solely on a few elite athletes. Not recommended. We have to come out of that. Answer is C, not D. It is C. Not recommended. Editorial is against that. It starts with that idea. What is the idea? We should not depend on a few players. We should not depend on a few fields. We have to broaden the base. Who was the first since Emil Jatopek in 1952 to collect medals in 5,000 meters, 10,000 meters, and marathon events at the Olympics? It is Stephen Hassan, not these. Fourth one is B. That's right. Which country had its best performance in a century at the Paris Olympics, winning 16 gold medals? The host country. Which one is that? Paris. I mean, France. Answer is the first. Lack of time today, I could not bring the mini mocks and cab consolidation. From tomorrow, you're going to get. And after the session, we'll provide the PDF. Join the Telegram group and work on important words. Some important words are there that will help in the long run. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.